bit of a disappointing day for Rafa and his fans in Paris. Came down with a back injury in the warm-up just before his semifinal against Denis Shapovalov, forced to withdraw.
Yeah, we were waiting for Rafa to walk out onto court, and then the PA announcer announcing that Rafa had hurt his ab muscle in one of the last serves of warm-up and didn't feel like he was able to take the court. He had a few scans between warm-up and when the match time was. But he just felt he's suffered this injury before. We've seen Rafa. He does not like to play injured at all. Health is way too important, and real disappointment for the fans, but everyone's so disappointed. Rafa playing for the end of the year #1 ranking, unable to go again.
The one thing about Rafa is if he gets to the court, he's going to compete and play no matter what. So in this case, he obviously felt maybe I'm not going to be able to compete at the level I want, so I'm not even going to make it onto the court at all. And you can see we've shown you this warm-up. He looked fine in the warm-up, but that's because that was when he was just hitting ground strokes. Yeah. It's when he started hitting a serve that things went bad.
He says it's the same injury he had at the 2009 U.S. Open. He knows exactly what it is and how it feels, doesn't want to make it worse. Here's what Rafa had to say.
Today in the morning I have been practicing well, and in one of the last serves of the warm-up I felt something in the abdominal, and immediately I came back to the doctor here to do the echography and to check with the doctor, and the doctor told me that we needed to wait a little bit more, so I waited for 1 hour and a half more to do a second test, and we did it. We saw something on the image, probably a small strain. I think in that case, even if it's a super sad moment for me, because I have been enjoying a lot during the whole tournament, playing well, having fun on court, and feeling myself in a very good shape, honestly. I have been in a round that put me in a position that I have been fighting for very important, big things here. I have to take that decision, and that's all.
All right, so we're going to show you the race to London here for a couple different reasons. One is that the battle for the year-end #1 remains on. Had Rafa won this tournament in Paris, he could have wrapped it up this weekend. Now it will extend into the O2 Arena in London. It also shows us, and we're not saying that Rafa's pulling out, but who would be in if he did pull out.
Well, the other thing that's scary for Rafa is he hasn't ended the year #1 all that often. He kind of had it almost wrapped up, and now I feel Djokovic, he's the favorite to win tomorrow. He's the favorite to win the Tour Finals indoors, and all of a sudden, Rafa's going to be passed again and not end the year #1. So it's obviously a huge disappointment for him.
Yeah, and especially for Rafa, he was looking forward to finally being able to play in Paris and London healthy. And he took some time off to make sure that happened. Really unfortunate. The other thing is they make the draw on Tuesday for the ATP finals. That might be a little early. I don't think Rafa's going to know by Tuesday if he's going to be able to play. We'll have to hear later in the week, but obviously a chance that Bautista Agut might see some action in London.
He wanted the year-end #1. He wanted to win Paris. It's something he's never won. He wants to win the year-end championships. It's something he's never won. All of that now hanging in the balance. So Denis Shapovalov gets the walkover from Nadal. He's into the final, first time ever at a Masters 1000.